What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today we got some new details from Connor Hughes on the absence from Aaron Rodgers. That's what we're going to get into today. It was very highly suggested by many around the New York Jets that Aaron Rodgers was in Egypt for minicamp, and that's why he was not in attendance for New York Jets mandatory minicamp. And Connor Hughes has now reported that same thing, that Aaron Rodgers was not in attendance for minicamp because he was on a trip to Egypt that was planned well in advance during his recovery, which happened from September through December, until when he tried to come back, or I guess even further into that. But moral of the story, this was something that was planned for a long time. Aaron Rodgers made the New York Jets aware of it. He made them aware again when things overlapped, or when it was released that they were going to overlap. And the Jets, said this is an unexcused absence. We get it. It's going to be fine, but it's an unexcused absence. And really, I think it all boils down to the handling of how Robert Saleh answered the question a couple of weeks ago when Aaron Rodgers was not in attendance for the New York Jets during the mandatory portion of OTAs, where it could have just gone so much better. Just completely outing that information in the way that he did was just very strange. And not saying that, nobody would have figured it out that Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, but it was just, again, a very strange way that he handled that press conference. Apparently, according to sources, Rodgers' absence during the two-day minicamp will not impact the Jets whatsoever. And then he went on to say multiple players SNY touched base with had zero issues with Rodgers missing minicamp, all pointed towards his attendance during the voluntary portion. Those same players were surprised that those outside One Jets Drive felt differently. So it kind of goes back to everything that I said at the time and still feel today, that the Jets knew about it. The players didn't care. He was at all the voluntary portion of workouts. He is going to be there for training camp. It's going to be okay. 2 practices in shorts in June, I don't think are going to dictate the New York Jets 2024 season. July and August practices, a little bit different. Yeah, I would say a little bit different, but this is not something that caused some massive divide in the locker room. Sauce Gardner tweeted about it, where he was surprised. I think the Jets see the work that Aaron Rodgers puts in. This has been discussed by countless players on both sides of the football for how much he cares, and all he did to try to come back to play for the Jets last year, and again, just going into his push to come back. And CJ Mosley was on with Jake Asman at the Super Bowl, and he was talking about how Aaron Rodgers was carving up the Jets defense. The Jets see the kind of talent that Rodgers is. They get it. He's going to the Hall of Fame. As I said a couple weeks ago, nobody gave 2 shits, sorry for the language, that Tom Brady missed multiple weeks of training camp. But because Aaron Rodgers, who has some opinions that not everyone agrees with, decided to miss 2 June practices in shorts, the whole world went into hysteria. It's crazy, but that's the reality of what happened. So again, not crazy shocking information. It is what it is. It's a quiet time right now in the off season. July, the calendar is now flipped to July, and training camp will begin in a few weeks. I might be a little bit quiet or sporadic, not as current with my Jets videos. Normally, you guys know me. I've been doing this for years now. I do videos pretty much daily, sometimes multiple times a day, but I'm in the process of a move over the next few weeks, so my content might be reeled back a slight smidgen over the next few weeks. But if there's ever a time for that to happen, right now is about the perfect time, because it's the slowest portion of the NFL offseason. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate the support, especially to all those watching right now. It means a lot in general, but to those watching in the dog days of early July, I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with me. I am Matt O'Leary. Catch you guys next time.